Idia, and I'm here with my new friend Jason, and this is my sister Tracy. And we're going to talk to Jason about what he does here in Ghana. We're going to give you all the information. We're going to introduce him to you. So just stay tuned and we'll get right to it.
Okay. So Jason, are you a professional designer or self-taught? How did you start making all of what you're making?
How I started making all these will just be about where I am right now and then who I am right now. I mean, right now I'm just a high school graduate.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a high school graduate. I have my certificate in the better scores. I did business, accounting, electives, art, economics, and now I'm a graduate over like 5 years now. But before then, I fall into arts or fashion. It's just about what I used to do way back before I become like this at this point. Because I was off on the street with these art and craft way back. But before art and craft, I used to sell plastics, which is what I do for a living with our sister, my mom.
Plastics.
Yeah, plastics. So when you go to the market, when you go to the African market, you see people buying, I mean, veggies, shoes, whatever. So we are kind of like groups. So when you go to the person purchasing the shoe or the veggies, and then you open up a plastic, just let him fit in because you got a good plastic. But what they have has, the very easier one, just torn and very transparent. So we have the heavyweight plastic that we sell. So that's what I used to sell. And I used to feed myself with that from that time to high school. So high school, before even high school, I was looking into this art. So this was just like something that I do on the other side of living. So growing up, and I'm like, okay, I've been meeting a lot of people from America, a lot of people from Europe, different countries that visit Ghana. But way then I was in Kumasi. That's what I used to do. So I graduated in Cape Coast. Yeah, so that's where my high school was. So I graduated in Cape Coast, and I've been living in Cape Coast for the rest of my life since then. It's just me, myself, and my little brother.
So you were born in Kumasi?
Yeah, I was born in Kumasi. I was born and raised in Kumasi.
So are you Ashanti?
Yeah, I'm Ashanti.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why my name is, my local name is Kojo.
Okay.
Say. So Nana Kojo say. That's my local name.
Well, we are Ashanti as well.
Yes.
Yes.
To the empire,
yes.
The kingdom, receive you as, one of us, because due to what happened over like 400 years, we got back together just for us to be family.
Exactly.
You guys go.
So we found out, through DNA testing that we are Ashanti. They do the DNA test, they swab your mouth and get your DNA, and they run it through the science to find out which tribe you come from. So our test came back showing that we are from the Ashanti tribe. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, so we did go to Kumasi and we did visit, but we still want to connect more with people from Kumasi, and maybe next time we come back we'll be able to meet chief or something and go through the name ceremony and all of that, but hopefully that's another time. But today it's about you. So you started out doing this to make a living for yourself at a very, very, very young age.
Yeah.
Okay. So now up to today, we're going to tell people how we met you. We met you in Cape Coast by going to the Cape Coast Castle. And there were a lot of people approaching us to buy what they were selling. But you stood out the most because you had a different approach.
Yeah.
I don't know if you recall how you met me.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to know, my question to you is, how do you come up with your approach of meeting people? Because the way you approached me, it made me stop, and it made me listen to you, and it made me curious about you. And it's totally different from all of your other peers who are selling the same things that you are selling. So tell us how you came up with your way of meeting people.
Okay. For a long while, I believe me, and I believe my spirit. You know, so I don't just meet people. Even though when I'm talking to people online, I don't just talk to them. It just be certain thing that's connected with me and you. If it's not, and I can see, but I would just go ahead and do whatever. But when it's for real, I knew what it is. You know. So for me, I just was able to connect it with you, with my spirit, because I saw you the first time you came. But somebody approaches you, and that's the hustle goes like, if somebody approaches someone that, you know, come to the dungeon or the cat pack, the next person don't approach until the person is done with you. Like we're selling or whatever, or you say it's okay, that's when the second person comes in. So for me, I didn't approach you at the first time. Some other person did. Yeah. So when you came, I saw you, I looked into your eyes, and one of the most things that I used to connect with people is the eyes. Because it's from the eyes to the heart, and to the brains. So I look into your eyes, and then I can imagine something, but I was trying to figure it out. So when you went to the castle, to the dungeon, and then done all the tours and made it back, you guys went to the shop, I was still standing outside just looking at you and you. So I was standing looking at you guys, and then when you were there, still people were, you know, still trying to approach you and approach you. But at a very point, I just want to do what I'm supposed to do at that point, because I know what I have, you know, come up with. So I told you, would you try to have a second with me? Because I just want to say one thing. So the one thing was, I said, I can see something in your eyes. I don't know if you might believe it, but for me, I can see it. But I would like to connect with you from different perspectives. If it's not business, it can be something different.
Exactly. So he did not approach me to try to sell me anything. He approached me as, I would like to get to know you. Who would not stop? Yeah, who would not stop and listen and say, okay, someone wants to get to know me, so I have to give them at least a minute of my time. And that's how we met.
And hearing you, it's all in the spirit that you felt that connection when you saw it.
Yeah, sure.
So beautiful. For me, I think you may have been the first person to approach me, but there was a swarm of people selling things, trying to sell things at the same time. And so everything that I looked at and everything that I was interested in, it turns out it was your product. And I'm not wearing my bracelet, but I have the copper bracelet like she got.
Oh, we're gonna get
it was
to that.
another young man that showed me that I don't know if he's the one that makes those. And you work with him?
What it is like I help people. You know, I've been on the street before. I know how to talk to people just to get a common sense and a common understanding. So these young boys just sometimes trying to be like, yo, Nana, can you process this client for me? That's what we call it.
Client.
Yeah. So if you remember, I processed you the first time, and you know, it was like, you know, I'm nothing interested. So you know, you just give it away, and then you go to the next shop. So when I came outside, that was when I started, you know, doing what I was supposed to do. And I even approached you when you were in the shop. But I came back because it wasn't the time for me to do what they're doing. At the same point, I have to do something different.
Well, I just know that the things that I saw and the things that you presented to me are the things that I gravitated toward. You know, those were the items that you presented were the things that I was interested in.
So now we have a few items here that Jason brought for us to see, and we're going to have him just talk a little bit about them. Okay, so like for instance, your bracelet. Okay, I know that when people see items, they're interested about the origin, where they come from, how they're made, what they're made of. So let's talk about the bracelets, for instance.
Okay, so in my hands, it's a brass bracelet. You know, this is a brass bracelet, and it's made out of brass. So when you see the black lines in it, that's what we come with certain words on how to explain what a bracelet looks like. So for instance, we have this one. You see this is an African shape.
Right. And
which
those
is made out of brass.
Those are very common in the U.S.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of people, you know, wear them. Not even in the U.S., but UK. It's also popular over there. Yeah. So when you look at this, and then when you look at this, you can tell the difference with just the black lines in it. Yeah. So for me to explain something to you, because you don't know what this is, and then when you make it to Africa, it's not buy, get. You have to get something with meaning, something that corresponds to who you are. You know, like some people like to put a tattoo, like sample for or whatever. Yeah, that's what it is. You know. So for me, if I'm supposed to explain these two to you, I would say this is the symbol of hope. That's what I would call it.
And that's the one I gravitate.
Yeah.
The symbol of hope.
The symbol of hope. You might ask me, why am I saying this is the symbol of hope? I'm saying the symbol of hope means when I look at it, what I can see is, look at it. Even you looking at it, you even see that it's a symbol of hope. You know? And so I'm looking at this and I was like, okay, you see these lines? They add up just to give you confidence in whatever you're doing. Because you see the big black line, it all comes like that, and the match and be one. So that's where the explanation comes from. So if you get this, that's what it means.
Okay. So do the symbols on all of them have a meaning?
Yeah, all of them have a meaning. All of them has words to explain. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about the paintings, because I see that whoever paints the paintings, they put their name on some of them.
It's a universal sign your painting.
Yeah, they sign the painting. So you work along actually with other people.
Yeah,
you all actually, you work along with them, but you work together.
I'm gonna say I work along with them.
Okay.
We work together because they're not with me or they are not in the same space that I am.
Gotcha. Okay. So show some of those.
Okay, this is, I tell people, when I look at this, I tell people that first Africa more like, you know.
Mall.
I don't know. Like the Walmart in the US.
Right, the first African mall.
Yeah, the first African mall.
On the head.
You know, you used to have these buildings, these cement buildings.
Yeah.
Back in the days, it used to be just sand with a summer hat. Yeah, so this is the first African store.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, what you see is a woman carrying it. It's a woman carrying it.
I have a question. The people carrying their goods on top of their head, is that something that is done all over the continent? Or is it just Ghana?
No, it's done all over in the continent, in Africa. Because that is how we used to patronize. You can patronize from us, or how we can advertise. You know, the Walmart is just at one place and setting. But Africa is just like, go to the people and then find them. If you had listened to me in the very beginning, I told you, open up the plastic to the people purchasing, and that's how the sales goes. If you sit at one place, people might see you, but sometimes you have to be talk to them or explain it to them. You go to the market, we have different kinds of tomatoes. We have the hard one and the soft one, and we have the way soft one. So if somebody passing by, he sees it, he will just see all as tomatoes. But when you go with the hard ones and they go to him or her that have tomatoes, would you be interested? Oh, let me see. So which one is the hard one? Then you can pick it up and let him or her feel it and see if it's true or not. That's why in the Walmart and all that stuff, they have the freezer, the one in the freezer and the one in the shelves.
Okay, so now that's beautiful. Let's show this one because Tracy bought that for herself.
For a friend.
For a friend. Okay. So we'll give just another example of the artwork. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
And this basically spoke to me. It's the story of the experience I have with that friend. She was always hosting events, drummers and dancers.
Oh, wow.
Right.
So that symbolizes her friendship with her friend, and she's going to give it to her as a gift when we get back. Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's great. Now, let's see a couple of bags now. We want to show people your works. These are some works that belong to other people, but you have your own talent and your own works, and we want to show that. We want to showcase that. Okay. So we'll just show a few.
We got to show that.
Oh yeah, yeah, because that's a variety. Okay, so tell us, is this a design that you came up with, or is this something you saw and you said, oh, I'm going to recreate it?
Okay, I would say it's something that I want to recreate because when I first, I've seen, a couple bags like this, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and all that, but I said to myself, I want to do something very different and in a different style. Yeah, in a different style.
I absolutely love that fabric.
I call this easy on fabric, easy on bag.
Easy on bag.
Yeah, easy on because you can put across the shoulder or at your waist. Yeah, or across your waist, like a waist bag. That's why I call it very easy to put on. Two ways. Yeah. So I recreate this with my, my intelligence. To bring this style out. So this, you can't find this anywhere. Actually, you can't find this anywhere. Unless maybe somebody has bought it for me in the States or UK or whatever, they just can find, this.
It's usually leather. I know the Gucci bags. The fabric, the African fabric is what makes it special.
Yeah. Okay. And then tell us about the other bags you have.
And this,
Yeah, Kente.
And this is like with leather and fabric and laptop bag.
Laptop.
It is almost the largest size laptop bag.
And you said that's leather on there. Now,
that's leather.
explain to us what you said about the different types of leather. You have like a lower grade leather, a middle grade leather, and then a higher grade leather.
Yeah, we have, you know, I'm gonna say the Chinese are making things really different now. So they're taking our original product and turning it to something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have these is the second grade of the original animal skin leather.
Okay.
But we have one that is very, very lower than this.
Mm-hmm. Low grade leather.
It's not strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's not strong.
Mm-hmm.
And it just get easy turn away. Yeah. So the original one is the one from the skin, which is a very good one. And the second one is also another one which is from the animals. And it's a good one too. Yeah. All that you see is just the color that you just added to it, black dye or brown dye. Some you can see like just different black with black in it, brown black in it.
So evidently, you know people here that deal in the leather, so you have to buy it from someone who actually makes it, you know, with the dyes and everything. Okay, and this is the laptop bag.
Yeah, this is laptop.
Okay, and then we have the book bag. You call that the book bag. And we call it, well, book bag, backpack. It can be used for whatever you want. Yeah. So tell us about those, because you have a couple different styles.
Yeah. You know, because I did, I started with, because I did business in high school. And then I was trying to be somebody great with my business, you know, studies. But with Africans, like right now, I gotta correspond with how I can, you know, survive, because my parents can't pay the bills. Yeah. So I create a lot, you know, with my brains, with people. You know, you see me doing people works a lot, just trying to bring out something really different in the system. Yeah. And this is a double strap. This is a double strap. And I have one that is a single strap.
You can show different ones.
This one.
Okay.
This.
These are very well made.
Very well made.
Yeah, these are very well made and very well sold too. Yeah, this is a single strap.
Now this is his own personal bag that he came to
It's
see us with.
personal bag that I came out with. And this is a double strap.
Right, right.
I try to do something different all the time. And when you see this one has 3 pockets on the outside, and some of them has pocket on the inside. And then this one has only 2 pockets on the outside, but some of them with different colors has zip on the inside too, which is also in the pocket. So I came out this with my own idea. Not knowing that when you go to these Gucci and all that stuff, they also have the same style. But this one is very different. I'm trying to make sure all my people that loves Africa don't buy Gucci stuff or don't buy Louis Vuitton stuff. I'm trying to make them buy original African made. That is why I'm putting all these designs and different colors and different styles all together, just to make sure you feel comfortable with whatever you find.
Exactly. Handmade from Africa, from Ghana, all about that. All about that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now we have one other bag that we can show. The travel bag.
And then the smaller of the colored gym bag.
I'll show this one. Okay. Now this is the cream of the crop right here. Handmade leather. Africa on the bag. This is a statement. It says a lot. It says a lot.
Yeah.
So tell us about this. Is this something that you make a lot of these, or these like special order? Like if people want a bigger bag and they request that you make it, or do you keep these in stock all the time? Because it looks like a lot of work.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of work. I try to make sure I do this in many quantity because I'm selling to different people at the work, so I make this in numerous quantity. And then if I'm going to go even out of stock, I make sure I have extra fabric of each color's fabric. So even if when I run out of stock, or when I'm running out of stock, I will start making them because I don't want to.
Yeah. I really like that.
Yeah.
So I think we've seen the bulk of what you have to offer. Now I want you to tell us your name that you want to go by when people decide they want to contact you, and give us a telephone number or email. How can people contact you? First, give your whole name.
Okay, my whole name is Jason Kojo Harrison.
Okay, Jason
Nana Harrison.
Kojo Harrison.
Yeah, you can find me everywhere. Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on Google. You just can type in my name. Any detail about me, we just show up. And I didn't know how that came up. I was just one day, and I was like, somebody even texted me that, Jason, I find you on Google. And I'm like, Google? I don't do anything on Google. So
Somebody put you on Google?
Yeah. How did I make it to Google? I don't know. So I think it's just the reality about life and what you want to do and where you're heading to will always take you, even though when you don't know it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I love your work, and I think people should know about it. And I'm so very happy that you did approach me and decided that you wanted to get to know me better. So this is my way of giving back to you, saying thank you. Madase Pa. Yes, I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful to have met you. And I'm glad that you let me and my sister Tracy talk to you and get to know you a little better. And I just want everybody to know
Jason came all the way to where we're staying in Ghana. And it took you, what, hour and a half to get here?
It took me 4 hours to get off the bus, and then it took me 2 hours to get here.
A bus, and then a motorcycle. Okay.
And carrying a ton of stuff just on his own. Or did you carry on your head?
You know, you just, anyways, when I'm tired, just cover my hair.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we are really grateful that he came all the way just to bring us the things that we requested. We're very grateful, and we hope to know him forever. And I'm wishing you the best in life